Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Tara and I make videos about digital planning and different ways that you can get creative with your iPad. So if that sounds like something that's of interest to you, feel free to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you never miss a video. Now, I want to start off my video a little bit differently right now because I have something super exciting going on. So if you've been following me for a little while, you'll know that in the spring, I launched my very first round of my digital sticker making course. I loved it. It was so much fun. Thank you to everyone who joined. But we are doing a summer launch in just a couple weeks, beginning at the very end of July. And so I wanted to make sure that I had a free workshop. So I am so excited to offer this free workshop. I've never done a workshop before. This is going to be so much fun. Definitely a learning experience for me. So if you do decide to attend, one, I'm grateful. Thank you so much. But two, bear with me a little bit as I figure out this completely new type of event. However, I will leave the links in the description if you do want to sign up for the free workshop. It is going to be on July 16th at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm really excited about this because basically my intentions here are to give you a little taster of what's in the course. And so you can decide if this seems like something that you actually want to do. So the course itself is 6 weeks long. It's definitely a bit of a commitment to learn an entirely new skill, and there are live Q&A sessions the entire 6 weeks. So ideally, you want to do it as the modules are released so that you can take full advantage of the opportunities to attend the live Q&As and ask your questions. But I also know that everyone's busy, so if you cannot do that, you don't have the time, I completely understand. Everything is available to do self-paced once the course of the 6 weeks is over. So you can rewatch any of the replays. You will have lifetime access to everything in the course. But the whole live cohort portion of it with the community and the Q&As and the Zoom calls, that is specifically just for that 6 week period. But I also know that I'm teaching Affinity Designer, which is likely a program that is completely new to a lot of you who are watching this. And so I want to just state that the course itself is very beginner friendly. And so my idea with this little taster is to basically show you how beginner friendly it really is to learn this program, to give you an idea of my teaching style and essentially just help you decide if you think this is something that you want to invest in or not. So once again, the links are down in the description. I would really love to have you join us. A few friendly eyes and ears would not hurt as I go through this experience for the very first time ever. But this isn't about me. This is about me helping you guys. So, just a little thing I get to handle myself along the way. But I appreciate all of you who have supported me since the beginning of my YouTube channel, and for those of you who are completely new around here. So anyway, that is that. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Registration for the course is already open as well. So if you don't need the workshop and you already know you want to take the course, that link will also be in the description. But anyway, that is that. So let's go ahead and jump into the purpose of today's video, which is going to be setting up my monthly layout for the month of July. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've already added in our colors. So for this particular setup, we are going to be using this color palette, our more patriotic of the three, if you will. I just think this will be a good one for the setup since the 4th of July is so early on in the month, and then I can just kind of get creative and have fun with the rest of the month. I don't know if that logic makes sense, but it makes sense to me. So, okay, so easily the first thing we're gonna do is just use the element that I have here, and we're just going to add it on top so we can start customizing. So I'm just going to add that element in. And I had actually edited this yesterday because there was a part of it that wasn't working, and so I just fixed it up. So it was front and center there. I didn't have to go searching for it, thankfully. So we're just gonna line that up and tap off. What you may have noticed if you have my planner is I made a little bit of a mistake. Somehow when I was filling in my calendar, I mean, it's a very easy mistake to make when you are building planners, but I missed this. So there are 2 dates that did not get filled in. However, the good thing is their links still work, so I can still click on this and it will take me to the 28th. I can come back to July. This will take me to the 29th. So everything is what it's supposed to be. And the good news is, for the way that we do the planners, if you follow along, or if you're me, or if you design in a similar style, is that we always end up putting these date dots here. And so it doesn't really matter because we're just going to fill it in anyway. But yeah, that was definitely a little bit of a mistake on my part. But let's go ahead and grab our number stickers and start filling them in. We do actually need to adjust our 2-week sprint lines first. These two should be a sprint, these two should be a sprint, and this should be the beginning of the next sprint. And actually, I think what will be easiest is honestly just using the lasso tool. So I'm gonna turn handwriting only on. And this was like an extra. I think I need to erase that one. Now what I can do is just with handwriting only selected, I can move these where they need to go. So I need to move this one down here and this one down here. So now our sprints are perfect. I do want to check one thing really quickly with my stickers because I had a creative idea, but I don't know if it's going to fit properly. So let's just see. I'm going to copy this cute little photo strip here. We're going to paste this, grab our image tool, and would it be crazy to try? I think this might be what I do. Yeah, I like this idea. Confirmed. So I didn't even fully have to edit the sprint part. I could have just erased it. But what I really want to do is, I want to make a copy of this and then trim it down to just this like pink area so that I can cover up the word memories and then add in the text that says sprints. So we're just going to paste, grab our image tool, crop, and we're just going to take it one step at a time here. So we're going to tap it again and crop one more time and then just crop it down. And so now we have this perfect little pink sticker here that we can just bring up. It's going to match perfectly. And we are just going to cover up the word memories. Beautiful. So now we just need to grab our text tool, write memories. And of course we will need to change the color of this, but I'm going to do that by selecting text boxes with my lasso tool and just bringing this over and tapping color. And we're going to do a custom color. I know it needs to be on the reddish pink side of things. It needs to be a little bit lighter. I'm just going to try to kind of color match the best that I can here. So it might take a second. I'm comfortable enough with that match. It's not perfect, but I would say that I don't need to fuss with it anymore. You have a few options though if you really are wanting that perfect color. So I think in Goodnotes 6 you're able to, use the eyedropper tool or like a color picker tool and you can find the exact color. You could also take a screenshot here. I feel like I haven't shown this tip in a while. And you can come in and tap on that screenshot so it opens up like this. And then in this white circle here that has the rainbow around it, you can tap and then there's a color picker. So you can then just drag that out, find that color. And then right now it's set to the display P3 hex color code. So you want to change it to sRGB because that's what our colors in Goodnotes are. We're just going to double tap on this. And we are going to copy it and then we can throw this away because we won't be needing that. And then with our lasso tool, you can either turn handwriting off so it's easier, or if you keep them both on, just make sure that you select the part of this that doesn't overlap with the handwriting underneath. You can't see it, but it's there. So then just hit color and hit custom. And then we are going to double tap and paste. Just tap return, and now it's a perfect match. Okay, so moving on from that, I think that means I'm gonna want this to be maybe the color of the ticket. So let's turn handwriting back on and lasso the calendar here. And I'm just going to add in as the pink color. Okay, now it's time to come in and I want to add in the July, of course. So cute. So turning images back on, let's select this and copy it. We're gonna paste. I have almost none of my yellow anywhere though, so that's definitely something I want to keep in mind. And I think I'm going to grab my image tool and move this up again. I do normally color code my sprints, but since I'm using this, I probably don't need to, so maybe this is where I'll bring my yellow in. Let's see. Let's select these. I'm going to size these to fit, and then you can just start to place these. So as usual, I will zoom through this part. Okay, so then for these two, I'm just gonna try to line it up with the other ones the best I can. And then what you'll notice is I'm left-handed, so I leave a lot of space on the left side so that I can still see where I'm placing the sticker. And we can just delete that one. If you're right-handed, you might want to do it from the other side. Okay, and now what I want to do is, I feel like typically for my sprints, I end up using like somewhere between 6 and 8 major goals for those 2 weeks for me to track. So I think I'm gonna go with 8 just because. And what I wanna do is, I think I wanna use the popcorn. So I'm gonna grab myself this cute little popcorn kernel, and I'm gonna copy it. And I'm gonna paste it. And I'm just going to bring it over here. So realistically, if I want to get 8 in here, let's grab my image tool just so I have a little more control. It's gonna have to be a little bit smaller like this. And I am actually gonna paste an extra one over here because I know I wanna use these for something else. So let's copy this one at this size, and now we'll paste it again. I don't know if I wanna rotate them or not. I think I'm gonna keep them like this. So we're gonna copy these 4 and we're gonna paste them down here. That looks about even. So now let's see how it looks in the space. I think that's pretty perfect actually. So I'm just gonna bring this over here and I'm gonna copy this because there's nothing underneath. So if you remember, there's a white piece under here, there's handwriting under here, there's this blue sticker. So even though that space is transparent, there's a lot going on there. So we're just gonna copy it over here just to keep things nice and clean and easy and not frustrating. There's our one cute little popcorn. Scroll up. We've got that cute row of popcorn. And this one. You guys, why did I rewrite the word memories? I'm sure you guys all caught on to this. This should say sprints. And then we're just going to select it and make sure that it is center aligned. And drag these blue dots so that they line up with the edges of the ticket there. Then we know it's perfectly centered. What I might do, just to, I don't know, even out that empty space there on both sides, is I might put a dash. You could, if you want to, use the asterisk that makes a cute little star. I don't want, for some reason though, every time I try to do something like that and then space it, it keeps giving me this bullet point, and I don't want the bullet point. So that is frustrating. So I'm sorry if you're also dealing with this. Okay, let's do this dot. I don't know what this dot is called, but if you come to your symbols, it's next to the Chinese yuan symbol. Okay, and then we're just gonna give a little space. Okay, that'll work, I guess. All right, I want to do one quick look at my sticker pack again, just to be sure this is what I want to do. I'm gonna grab my image tool. I want my popcorn stand. Maybe like down here. I'm gonna add a firework to the 4th of July. But you know what? I'm in Europe, so I'm gonna add fireworks to the 14th of July because that's Bastille Day in France. And also Belgium's National Day is the 21st. So maybe I need a little variation. Maybe I'll change this one to this firework. I am close to France, and I'm in a French-speaking area, but I am not planning on celebrating Bastille Day. However, there is a large chance that I will probably go out and do something for Belgium's National Day, since I am in Belgium. And I know I am not traveling to France on this day to celebrate, but I also did not travel to America on the 4th to celebrate this day, so I think it's fine. Okay, I just have to decide like how much of this stuff I want to include. I think I'm gonna try something with these banners. And so I've just kind of made this like trail off of the edge of the Y there. I don't know, just seemed like a fun idea. Just play around, you know? I'm just gonna add these balloons in here. We've got our little tent down here. I'm also gonna grab my image tool. I'm gonna size this up a little bit, tap off and tap back on to copy it at that size. And I am just going to kind of place these around randomly. I was originally kind of thinking that this would be a fun thing to do all over, but then I just felt like there wasn't enough color variation then. Before I was worried about not having any yellow, and now I'm worried about having too much yellow. But yeah, just paste these randomly, resize them, you know. Get creative. Popcorn is my favorite. If you watched my sticker release video, you would have heard me say that. It is probably my biggest weakness when it comes to snacking. I would have popcorn as a meal. Do you know what else I would have as a meal and not care? Fried cheese. Speaking of fair food, I actually don't like fair fried cheese though. I don't know. I feel like it's too much, but like mozzarella sticks, or I was just in the Netherlands and they have like fried cheese. That's super yummy. And here I'm just being picky and figuring out exactly where I want to place these. But yeah, I actually think that that's done. Somehow things are feeling like a little bit empty still. I want to use these, but I don't want to overuse them because I know I want to use them on other days too. Ugh, there isn't a lot of this light blue. So you know what? I'm going to copy the light blue and we're going to make a little a hot dog stand. So I'm going to grab my image tool here and we're just going to this guy in here. It doesn't need to be that big, obviously, if the tent is that big. So let's make it a little smaller. And maybe since I attached the balloons to this one, I can shrink this down and I can just put the flags, these little banners here on this one instead. And I'm just going to cut this and paste it on top to make it come off of like up here maybe. So with images on, I'm just going to select these and kind of move them over. I'm not totally happy already with the sizing of this. What if, all right, just be patient with me. I think I'm gonna move these over, carefully resize these. We're gonna move this one here, because it definitely needs to be bigger. Like the tent needs to be much bigger than the stands. Otherwise it just kind of looks funny. And I think now I could size this up like a little, but nothing too crazy. And what we're going to do is grab our hot dog. Why did I choose hot dog and not like, I don't know, cotton candy or a snow cone or something else? I have no idea. But we're going to be kind of silly. We're just going to put this hot dog on top of the stand. It's a hot dog stand. And then we are going to put a bunch of small hot dogs right here. So I am going to tap on this and copy it at that exact size. We're going to paste it and we're going to kind of just paste them in a sort of line. Though realistically, who wants hot dogs that have been sitting out? I'm going to add some drinks. The stand is definitely going to say hot dogs, but you can get a drink with your hot dogs. Maybe this stand doesn't also serve snow cones or cotton candy, but it can at least do beverages. That's kind of simple enough, right? Okay, so now we just need to add the text, and then I think we're done here. So I'm just gonna write hot dogs. And we're gonna turn on text boxes only here. And we're going to change this color I think we'll just do the dark blue. Although red and yellow are better colors when it comes to, even though red and yellow are better colors when it comes to appetite and marketing and trying to make people hungry, but that's okay. We're gonna do blue. We're not actually marketing these hot dogs. Okay, I think that's it. I think I'm happy with this. I think it looks pretty good. There's been so much background noise today between the dog barking and the airplanes because I'm not too far from an airport. So I did my best to make it through it. I hope this was acceptable. But yeah, I'm gonna go now. So don't forget, if you do want to sign up for that workshop, it is totally free. It's just to give you a taste of what the course is like. So at the end, of course, I will be selling the course. There's no hiding that. This is exactly what it's for. It's to see if this is something that you're actually interested in taking. So full transparency. But yes, the links to sign up for the course and the links to sign up for the workshop will both be down below. But yep, that's where I'm gonna leave it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, I love you guys so much. You're the best. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.